PowerPoint and the other on WebEx. Okay, so look at the bottom. Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, NYMEX, and gold. What are these? These are, the futures market. They are showing the indexes. All of them are losing. The trading is not taking place. The market is doing very bad, and everybody knows the reason. What is the main problem? Because of the coronavirus. And it's very important for you students to keep a record of the financial implications of the current. So, you should not sit idle. You should keep on reading, keep on collecting information, and we are not concerned about the more about the medical or the social issues. We are mainly concerned about the business implications of the problem, financial and business implications. And every day you should keep a watch on the stock market, the foreign exchange. So you can see all the stock exchanges, the indexes like Standard and Poor 500 companies, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, NYMEX, all of them are in red, and there is uh, nothing to show when will it improve. And this loss means the investors are losing their money. So that is one part. Then the other part is the uh, loss of the companies in terms of their business. Now the loss of the companies, loss of market, investors losses. What do they mean? They mean that the market, the world economy is heading for a recession. You all have heard about the term recession. It was a good way to start this session on insurance, because we are dealing with problem, and insurance is all about problem. So we will come to insurance later. Let's just have a good overview on the current situation. But you notice here there is one area, one market which is still doing well, and that is gold. Gold is still in green, whereas the stock market is going down, gold is doing well. Now it's a question for you, and that's what I am doing in all lectures. I mean, in my other course, operations research also, because we are all sitting at home, we have all the time. So why not we do some more studies, more readings on several issues. So you find out the reason why is the gold performing well, why is the gold market doing well. I'll write in the chat box so that all can read. Why is the gold market doing well compared to the other stock markets? So it's up to you to find the answer for this and share with all of us. Don't hurry up. You take your time, do your proper research, and then share later after the class. So this is a question for you. So what I'll do is, in this entire lecture, I'll be giving you questions that you can do. I know you are all hardworking. Even in the studio classes, when we were taking classes from studio, you were working, but now we have more time, so we can do some more detailed question answer. So you have one question for you for the day, this one. Now another one for you is, when do we say that the economy is in recession? So you can find out this answer also. The second question is, when is the economy set to be in recession? Recession is a very bad phenomenon for the economy. It affects complete economic system of the countries of the world. This happened last time in 2008 when the banking crisis took place. Banking crisis, the subprime mortgage crisis. And in the bond market, last week we studied about the subordinated bonds. Subordinated bonds are those which do not have any collateral or guarantee. That was the problem in the financial crisis of 2008. But this time, the problem is something else. This time, the problem is very unique and new. This has happened in the past also, and it's taking place again. All right, so enough about the general market conditions. So what I suggest is you keep a track, make a diary, note down everything, read at least 2-3 newspapers every day in the morning or whenever you get time. BBC, CNN, CNBC, and Financial Times, Saudi Gazette, Arab News, collect them, and our focus is to take. So I told you in the beginning also, and we can do it again, that we share some summary of every day's happenings in the financial and business market, business segment. So that's something for you to do if you feel like. Now this is a report. We'll start from this small article. I'll share this article with you later. I was just trying to start somewhere, so I thought, why not? I had a report on Saudi insurance market of Al Bilad, but it is old, so I just wanted to update the figures. This is 2020, and this report, this article was published in 14th February 2020. Saudi insurance GWPs to grow over 5% in 2020, says Standard and Poor. Standard and Poor is a very important firm. You know, they are analysts. So if any of you want to make a career as an analyst, so how will you make you? That's the starting point. You read a lot. Reading is the key. Reading and analyzing. So you have to keep yourself aware about the happenings. Keep reading a lot, and then you do analysis. Later, you can make up a career. The problem is gold is high liquidity and very good. Yes, absolutely. Gold has not just today for thousands of, but we will do the discussion later on group. So we'll do it on WhatsApp group after the class, because we can, otherwise we'll waste time. But your answer is right. So Shuk will write on the group and we will discuss there. So let's go through this small article on the insurance sector. Gross written. So this is one word we are getting, gross written premium, expected to record over 5% growth in 2020. This is the report of S&P Global Ratings. So you have something more. You can do your homework on this. Find out what this S&P Global Rating is. These are all very important points for you to study regarding. These may not be covered in the syllabus, but it should be knowing them. S&P Global Rating, what is it, what it does, what rating does it does, and how does it do. So you should look for these two information mainly, what and how. What is the method of rating? How did they say that the Saudi insurance market is going to grow by 5%? So this is another task for you. You can do it on voluntary basis. Among key growth drivers, now read this, are the likely introduction of mandatory medical insurance for Hajj and Umrah pilgrims. Very important article for you. And and now you can relate, if the Hajj and Umrah pilgrims number go down, then who will also suffer. This insurance sector is also going to suffer, and this is going to generate more than 1 billion Saudi riyals in the gross written premium. So, this is we are not going to cover this now, because premium will come just now after we are starting with the formal lecture notes. So, you have a question mark for this, you try to find out what does this mean, gross written premium, and this one you can answer after we have started the lecture notes, discussion on the lecture notes. So, you keep ready with the answer on this, what is gross written premium. Additionally, so you should keep noting the important points. Okay. One is that the GWP of Saudi insurance sector is going to increase by 5%, that is as per S&P global ratings. And main reason for this increase is the increase of, or the introduction of mandatory medical insurance for Hajj and Umrah pilgrims. So, when they come, they have to now get them insured. So, they will pay premium to the insurance companies in their country, or what I know, last time AXA Life Insurance is the company, AXA, who were giving insurance so far. So, the people who came for Umrah in the last months, they had to buy insurance from AXA. So, it may be that the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah will appoint some insurance company to do the insurance for the Hajj and Umrah pilgrims across the world, and this way they may be getting, the party who is mediating may be getting some. Can you write the name of whom? Name of whom? Last company. Oh yeah, AXA Insurance was one. Means I personally read one Umrah pilgrim who came here. He showed that he got an insurance from AXA. So, you can search if it is for all, or it is it depends on the country to country basis. But in any case, the insurance companies are going to benefit from the Hajj and Umrah, but it is a must that the companies should have coverage in the hospitals here, isn't it? The companies, the insurance companies. So, you can make a list of the insurance companies here in Saudi, and you can see that there are many companies who are foreigners and many which are local also, like Tabunia and Al Raji Takaful. These are insurance companies which are based in Saudi. These are Saudi companies, but there are other companies also who are operating from outside. They have their operations here. So, those companies also are operating here. The condition is, when we are providing health insurance, these companies should cover the cost of medical treatment here inside. So, they should have tie up with the hospitals in Saudi Arabia. Additionally, the expected rise in motor insurance on the back of increasing number of women drivers. You see, this is a beautiful article. You should print and keep it with you. This is how the business students should analyze. So, these articles are very important. The second point, this is first, this is second. Why will the insurance sector grow? The second major reason is that the women drivers will increase. So, they will buy cars, and when they buy cars, they will have to get insured. They will have to buy insurance. When they buy insurance, that will increase the insurance growth, insurance sector growth. Other factors such as increased focus on job creation in the non-hydrocarbon sectors, yani non-oil, with tourist visa reforms, are also likely to increase the scope of insurable assets. The third reason is that apart from the Hajj and Umrah and the motor insurance, the tourism also, the general tourists are going to come. They are being attracted. to come here. So, when they come, they also have to take insurance. That is the third reason for the growth of insurance. Following 2 years of declining premium into 2017 and 2018, the insurance sector returned to growth in 2019. I will take 1 minute off. After Azan, I will start. You can read the rest of the article. Okay, the link is here. We will just discuss after 1 minute, after the Azan is over. All right. So, you read this article. Now, here I am giving you another question for you to do your own research. Why was there a decline? What were the reason for the decline in the GWP in the years 2017 and 2018? Let us see if some of you can find the real reason. Share later, not now. So, one of you can just keep on noting down the questions in the chat box, and later you can do your research. Okay. I told I will write myself on the group, on the chat. What was the reason for declining insurance growth in years 2017 and 2018? You can do it yourself and share later, not now. Okay. Now, despite this was mainly supported by extension of compulsory medical insurance cover to more than 2 million dependents. So, there was extension of insurance, medical insurance to more than 2 million dependents of Saudi nationals. In addition, a number of insurers successfully repriced their loss making medical businesses. Despite improved profitability in 2019, the insurance sector remained less profitable than its regional peers. Another important question to find the reason, why is it so? Yani the insurance companies here in the kingdom Why are they less profitable than UAE or Kuwait or other? So, that is a very important sector analysis you can do, and maybe we will do this in detail. This is not a part of the syllabus, but we should do. These are all good and interesting analysis we can do. And since I know you are all very active, you participate a lot, mashallah. So, I am sure some of you will take up these questions and do your research and find out the answers. So, this is a question: why the Saudi insurance sector remained less profitable, although there was growth in 2019. The profitability also improved, but compared to the regional peers like UAE or Kuwait, there was it was not as profitable. However, S&P Standard & Poor expects the sector to continue its gradual improvement in operating performance in 2020 with the introduction of new profitable plans and enhancement of underwriting disciplines. Now, here is a question mark for you. In the current circumstances, in the changed circumstances, what are the predictions now for? In fact, it is too early. The analysts like S&P, etc., will do their analysis after a month or so. Right now, the immediate effect is being seen on stock markets, but you will soon start seeing reports on all sectors: insurance, manufacturing, all industries. So, you should keep a watch, but since you can read and do some analysis yourself, you can predict what will happen, how the industry is going to perform. Is it going to perform in the same way, or there will be a loss? So, this is a good article giving an overall view of the Saudi insurance sector. What are the key performance indicators? Can you share the link? I will, inshallah, just now. I am sharing it on the chat box. What are the key? So, we can just summarize this article. There are three main factors that resulted in the growth of insurance sector in Saudi. Number one, Hajj and Umrah pilgrims. So, now the Hajj and Umrah pilgrims are getting insured. It has resulted in an increase in the insurance income premium. Number two, more insurance of cars because of women drivers. So, that is second reason. This is a very important article for all of you, and the insurance business is there. The banks can hire you for their insurance operations, and they are very good jobs. So, you can, if you want to take up careers there, you can easily do more learning in this sector, and you can become a very successful manager in these sectors. Number three is the increased focus on job creation in the non-hydrocarbon sectors, and that is coupled with tourist visa. So, non-oil and tourist visa, both of them will also add to the insurable assets. Insurable assets means the assets on which the insurance will have to be done. Insurable assets are those where the insurance needs to be done. We further found that the profitability has increased in the Saudi insurance market, but not as much as compared to the other countries in the Gulf. Also, if you wish, you can compare the performance of the Saudi insurance sector with the insurance sector of the Western countries. Okay. So, after having discussed this report on the insurance market in the kingdom, let us now come back to the basics of the insurance market. I didn't prepare slides because what I wanted to do is, because it's easier for you to solve the question and answers if I do it using notes point wise, because in the question, in the quiz, the question bank that I have prepared for this chapter, it follows this sequence. So, we will do the discussion on the this chapter, the two topics, insurance and forex, using this note. Okay. I hope this you have downloaded it from the Blackboard. So, insurance in Arabic, what do we say? I can do, it's good that I can do the translation also here. In Arabic, we call it tameen. Okay. Taman, really? Tameen. Yes. It is tameen. And even before we start the discussion on tameen, we all know that tameen has a very direct connection with risk. Khatar, isn't it? Because what happened was, we have to understand the background of insurance. Insurance is not a very old concept, and in a way insurance is a type of derivative. It's a secondary product. It's a secondary product. It is a result of some activities outside. Anyone here in the class who has who can just explain why am I saying, I am taking you in advanced levels. I am not just sticking to the basics, because I know you many of you are very much in advanced state, you have your IQ is high. So, who will try to answer the question, why am I saying that insurance is a type of a secondary product? It is a result or a byproduct of the existing activities. First of all, do you agree with this or not, that tameen we need as a result of activities? It is not a product in itself, but it is a result of the activities. You, Najla is saying yes, Reem also. Okay. So, now tell me, why is it so? Why are you saying that it is a byproduct of the activities? Nora bin Humayt says no. Why? Gaida Subi, because it's like services from other. Now, tell me, why are you saying that it is a byproduct of the activities taking place? It's the secondary or is the result of the activities taking place. Can you explain further to me? Any one of you will try? Because it's a service. It's a service, but that's not the, no, these are not the real answers. Think more. Think, why? Because we don't take the insurance until the wanted action happened. What is that wanted action? Who answered this question? Let me see. This was a very good answer. Reem, very good. Until the wanted action happened, yani the damage happened. So, who the damage will happen to whom? Where will the damage happen? That we need an insurance. To the user. Who is the user? What does he do? He or she do? Accident. Person who pay. But why does the person pay? That's the question. So, we are now very close. Why does the person pay? To protect, and to protect himself or herself. Nice, very nice, and minimize the risk. to compensate, to ensure the life. Good. Okay. Now let's come back to this. What I am saying, let's go to the historical background of insurance to avoid a future cost. Very good. To avoid a future cost. Now listen to me carefully, because these points are all very general, and I have prepared the notes so that all of us can understand very easily. But I want you to go to some higher levels and grasp the higher concepts. So, derivative, why I am saying that it is a secondary product, because the ease of doing business or the ease of buying assets has improved. For example, say stock market. Now, stock market 30 years ago or 40 years ago was physical. People used to buy and sell shares on paper. It used to take a long time to buy and sell shares, but now it's being electronically done. In a matter of day or two, the shares are sold and purchased. Similarly, houses or flats, if we want to buy apartment, if we want to buy house, land, if you go back 50 years ago, banks were not allowed to give mortgage, isn't it? Mortgage. They were not allowed to give loan for houses. There was nothing like something called mortgage 50, 60 years ago. But then after some time, the entire world banks, they started emphasizing on housing, because they felt that this is a good market, and if we sell houses, the housing sector will boom, the industry of housing will boom. But where will the people get money to buy houses? They will take loan from the banks. How to take the loan? They will take the loan by giving mortgage. So, this mortgage made housing loan very easy. So, people started buying houses, cars. Now, with cheap cars and loans available, basically it was loan. So, loan and insurance are very closely related to each other. Loan has made consumption very easy. So, when I am buying something, I buy cars, I buy a house, I am also able to do business very easily because of loan. And you are seeing that the governments across the world are facilitating loans, facilitating SMEs and all. Earlier there was only the big companies were given loans, small were not given loans, but now SMEs, all SMEs are taking loan from the banks. So, what happened is that when the activities have started, the activities have increased. We take example of house. So, many of you, Nora and Reem and Razan, all of you, I am not taking the name of all, I cannot. So, all of you answered that to protect, forget housing, say cars. Now, there is the car which could not be afforded individually by anyone today is available on installments by many companies, many finance companies. They provide car loans. So, what happens with the loan? The car purchase has become easier. More and more number of cars are increasing. So, when the cars are increasing, the car owners are now concerned about the safety of their cars. It was found, the companies found that in a particular year accidents take place. When the accidents take place, there are two parties involved, one who does the accident, the other who suffers from the accident. Both of them can be involved, or only one bears the damage, but whatever. Yeah, it's because of the discount also. Yes, it's because of the discount. It's because of the installment loan, and many such reasons have increased the consumption of cars. So, when the cars are being sold more and more in the market, now comes the second, this is secondary. The secondary product is how to ensure the safety of the cars. Safety does not mean that safety of the car means no accident, but safety means to safeguard against the losses, because when you increase some product in the market, there will be possible chances of loss also. So, if planes are flying, there are losses, there may be losses of life, there may be losses of baggage. When cars are moving on the road, there is bound to be accident, no matter how much rules, how many safety rules you apply, many laws or rules you make. So, it is like a bond, therefore, it is yeah, just wait, do not rush, I will explain. You are close, you are right. So, what happens is, when cars are moving on the road, people are buying more and more car, accidents are also increasing. So, when accidents are increasing, insurance companies, accidents means losses, and that is what you rightly said, accidents means losses. So, when accidents are increasing, losses take place, losses of, so we are not talking about life losses here, because that is another thing. We are talking about the loss to the cars damage completely, partially. So, this is taking place. So, there is a fear, there is a fear of loss. It may take place and it may not take place. So, a car company comes into picture. Can you give me any name of an insurance company that gives car insurance? Who will give me an example here in Saudi? Any one company that gives car insurance? Very good, Tabunia. So, this company, this is Al Athibia, very good. So, the biggest one I think is Tabunia. Tabunia is the biggest market share, biggest insurance company in car insurance. So, Tabunia is now coming into picture. They started a company and they came to this car owner. They said, see, this is the rate of accident every year, and it is very possible, there is a 10% chance, we have calculated through maths probability, that there is a salama. Very good, good. You can keep on writing, no problem. All of you can keep on giving the names of the car insurance companies. So, Tabunia comes to this car owner, explains to them that based on the past records, we have calculated that there is a 10% probability that your car may also meet with accident. So, there is a risk, there is a fear or risk of accident, fear or risk of accident. I do not know if the Arabic khatar is the exact word for risk, or there is something else. You can correct me or give me an alternative word for risk. So, when they convince, okay, so khatar. So, this company come to the car owner and tell them that what we will do is that, again they will explain Mujasifa, 10% of the cars meet with accidents every year, and yours may be the car. Out of these 10%, in 90% cases they say the damage is up to 10,000 reals. These are all, these are all the statistics they have prepared, because they have made a product. So, when you create a product, you will go to the customer and explain to them. So, Tabunia will explain to the customer about their product, that 10% chances that your car may meet with an accident, and out of these 10% we found that many cars suffered damages up to 20,000 reals, others suffered 5,000 reals. So, what we are offering is that if you pay us, anyone can tell me what is the average premium we pay for our car insurance every year? Normal, not a specific, just a guess. 10,000, 1,000, yeah, 1,000, approximately 1,700, between 700 to 1,000 reals. Tavunia says if you pay us, this is partial insurance, right? Because there's full insurance and yeah. We'll come back to that later, but just try to understand the concept right now. We are not also discussing car insurance in detail. We are only trying to understand the insurance in detail. So, Tavunia explains to this car customer that, see, you have bought a car, very good car, Toyota Corolla or GMC, and you are going to run on the roads. I feel there is a 10% probability that your car may meet with an accident. Now, this person will get scared. You are the car owner, you are going to buy a car, you get scared. So, they again explain, see, we have found this detail that 90% of the cars who met with accident have to pay 10,000 reals for damages to renovate the car, and 5,000 rest. Now, this is the extent of the damage that the cars suffer every year. Now, what we are giving you an option, pay us 1,000 Saudi Riyals, okay, just 1,000 Saudi Riyals. This is average. I buy for 700 Riyals, and depending upon the car condition, model, etc., they also vary their insurance price. So, if you pay us 1,000 Riyals, and we will give you two types of insurance are there. We will come back to that later, I will not explain now. So, if you give us 10,000 Riyals, we will take care of your damages, you do not have to worry about that. So, this person, he is now not thinking about, he is trying to be realistic. He says, okay, I accept. Is it monthly or one time? It's one time. It's one time. In car insurance, you have to pay annually. In life insurance, they may give you some options of monthly. This is one time, I mean, this is a task for you also. You can, because we are going to take this lecture, continue this lecture in the next week also. You can find yourself the different rates. So, you can share the rate list, the price list of insurance products, car insurance. We can all see and we can compare. Okay. So, it may become your homework, a voluntary homework. Find yourself the price list of car insurance different companies and make a table, compare it and see how much they are charging for different cars. So, one time in 1 year. Now, what happens is this person buys the product for 1,000 Riyals. In case if in 1 year the car meets with accident, there is a damage of any amount from 0 to 10,000, he does not have to worry. The car Najam will come, our Najam, the car insurance, they are the insurance. Yeah, this is one important question. You have to find out what is the role of Najam in here. What do they do? So, you can find out this. What will they do? They will come, they will make the assessment, and they will say who's ask about, they will value the loss of the person. So, Najla is right. So, they will value the loss of the cars, and then they will give this report. After that, the person will go to their insurance company, claim the loss, and they will get reimbursed. This is the bright side. The other side of the option is that no accident takes place. So, if there is no accident, what will happen? this 1000 real will be gone, it is lost, it goes to the company. So, this company does not have to pay anything to you because there was no accident. So, there are billions or million of customers who paid 1000 reals. So, it became 1000 million reals for Tavunia. For you it was just 1000, you paid 1000 and you are assured that if any accident happens, your losses will be covered by Tavunia. But if there is no accident, then what will happen? Then the car, all your this 1000 real goes to Tavunia and they will use this money for their own purpose, they will use it for investment or whatever. So, this 1000 collected from 1 million people, this gives Tavunia annually 1000 million reals every year. What is this? This is what the question was in the article. This is the premium, gross premium. This amount that the insurance company gets from the policy holders in order to insure the products, this is called premium. This is the cost of insurance. The technical name for the price or cost of insurance is called premium. Now, one more point and then we will come to the notes. Is it clear to all of you? How does Tavunia accept get? Okay. So, what happens is, and you also understood that if no accident takes place, what happens to the premium? Does the insurance holder get back the money? Yes or no? No. So, the money that you paid, they use it for themselves, that is with the company, it is not refunded. So, this premium is the income, the operating income for the insurance company, and with this money they invest, they after the investment they increase the value of the premium. It is one time 1 year. This is the cost of. Now, just one last point, that they have to also calculate as a good business person, as a business company, because Tavunia is a business for profit company, it is not a charitable organization, it is a for profit company. So, what is the trick in insurance business is to correctly calculate. Tell me, you guess, when will the company face problem? What is the trick? What is the key trick to sustain this business and become profitable? If you are Tavunia, what should you do? What should be your homework that you do to ensure that you make profit? Uncertainty. Okay. What else? In quantitative terms, think, because I have explained to you in numbers. So, you have to think now. I did not understand, I will explain. I am asking, in these are all probabilities. Tavunia says that there is 10% chance that your car may meet with an accident, means out of 100 cars, every year 10 cars meet with accident. Out of the 10 cars, they say one car suffers serious damage of up to 10,000 reals, other cars suffer normal damages up to 5,000 reals. So, an average, this is what the damage is. So, what they predict is that out of 100 cars, 10 cars suffer damages, and for them, they are taking premium from 100 cars, they from 1 million cars, they get in premium of 1000 million. If their logic is right, that out of 1000 million, if the percent went higher of the risk, it is better to not take a lot of people. Anything else? When will Tavunia face problem? they are saying that if you pay us 1000 premium, we are going to insure your car for up to 10,000, up to 10,000 reals. Now, this is good. They can pay 10,000 reals to one person, two people, 3, 4, 10. Their estimate is that every year 10 cars meet with accident. So, when they pay and what they are playing upon, what is their main, it's like a gamble, isn't it? They are telling 1000 people that from you there are 10 people whose car will meet with an accident in the next year. They are collecting 1000 reals from each of them. So, it is 1 million, and they predict. So, if each of the cars suffer with a damage of 10,000, what is the they are going to pay? How much? 100,000, 100,000, and rest is their income. How much is their income? 90,000, 10 lakhs and 1 lakh, 900,000 is their save income. They don't have their, it's with them now after 1 year. So, here is the trick. If their estimate of this 10 goes up, and suppose all 1000 meet with accident, what will happen? They will have to pay 10,000 to all 1000, and if they pay 10,000 to all 1000, the problem is they will face loss, huge loss. It has to be this number, this 1 million, this 100,000 that they are going to pay has to come from the premium they have collected. It cannot be more than the premium they have collected. So, their estimate about the risk has to be certain, it has to be good. If their estimation of risk, if their calculation is wrong, and this is called actuarial science in insurance. If you become an expert in risk management in insurance, or if you want to become an insurance expert, you have to specialize in actuarial science. This is specific to insurance sector. So, you learn lot of programming, simulation, mathematical tools, operations research to make a good prediction, and the companies are doing it. It's not like they are making guesses, and it's not haram also, because we are extrapolating, we are predicting on the past results. We are not doing anything predicting out of guess, but we are taking the picture of the past years, modeling it and preparing a report on what are the chances of damages to the cars next year. This discipline of studies, and business students take it up, statistics students take it up. They have their job. When the user fund industrial errors, they will buy, I don't know what you said. So, what will happen? The company's key of surviving in the market is to correctly predict the risk, and for this they have to take care of the actuarial science. Let us now come to the notes. Now, it is already 1 p.m. We will cover around 5-6 points, and then 117 already. So, in 10 minutes we will try to cover as much as possible, and then in the next week we will complete this. In this week you will take a quiz on Blackboard for the last chapter. Okay, so insurance, Tameen, point number 1, what is risk? Risk is the possibility of financial loss. What is risk? It is the possibility of financial loss, and it is mainly it is the job of the insurance company to calculate this risk, to calculate this risk. And insurance is also called a risk management tool. So, if we want to manage our risk, we go for insurance. Insurance is done for any asset which is allowed by the regulators, that insurance can be done on this. Like for example, before 9/11, the incident that took place, there was nothing called insurance against terrorism, but now after 9/11, the companies also started an insurance for terrorism activities. So, they used to give insurance to companies and individuals against terrorist incidents. So, the role of the insurance companies is to calculate the risk, and that is the possibility of financial loss. So, you will have to memorize this definition. It is not just here, in also financial management, in banking also, and when you specialize in finance, you have a full course on risk management. There are many types of risk. So, the risk is the possibility of financial loss. Risk is what insurance companies measure when determining whether to offer you insurance and how much will it cost. It will be very good if you translate these notes into Arabic. It will be very helpful to all. I know you may be pressed for time, but if you can try, or you can divide the work and share it on Google, and then one by one you can divide among yourself. It will be very good for you as well as me. So, risk is the possibility of financial loss. It is the key in insurance. Risk is the key. So, how well we measure the key, and how much then after we measure the key, the question comes, how much price we should take for managing this risk. That is a very important question. So, if it is car insurance, we say the price is, and can you tell me what is the price of risk called? What is the technical name? Who will answer this? I just told you some while ago. Who will tell me what is the name of the term price of risk? Insurance companies take a price of risk. What is that called? Did you get my question? What is the, no, not insurance. What is the name of the cost or the price the company takes for the risk? No, not compensation, not fee. I explained to you. Think and recall. Tabunia takes 1000 reals. What is that? Per annum? Premium, right. So, the premium is the cost, the company price, like we buy Pepsi. So, we pay 1.5 reals. Similarly, we buy insurance companies, we pay 1000 reals. So, how did Tabunia calculate 1000 reals for particular risk? This is a very important part of the insurance management. Now, point number 3, ways to handle risk. How can an individual handle risk even when the insurance is not there? How can we do that? Number 1 is avoidance. Avoidance is what? Avoidance is the last option for anyone. Avoidance is not to participate in an activity. For example, you all fear that you cannot drive a car, or you drive a car, you will meet with an accident. So, forget it, I am not going to drive a car. That is avoidance. So, this is one option, of course. So, normally it is said, do not take undue risk. So, we try to avoid as many risks as possible. That is the first option. A company is trying to start a project, but they know there are a lot of risks. So, they simply abandon that project. That is avoidance. That is one option. Yeah, avoiding is the baddest option, but sometimes that is the option. Sometimes when you do your all cost benefit analysis, and being a manager, you do your cost benefit analysis. Yeah, you're right. Yes, it depends. You have taken all the scenario into account. You have done your calculations, and finally you feel, okay, let's drop it. Let's drop this idea, because in management, there is a very common term that we see. There are 4 Ds. I read somewhere, and we can apply it in real life also. 4D of taking management decisions. One is do. So you take decision, I am going to do it. Second is defer. Defer is not now, let's do it later. Defer is the manager says, okay, I am going to put it on hold, I will do it later. The third option is to delegate, assign it to someone else. You are not able to take a decision. So what you do, you say, okay, I am going to make a committee and ask them to take a decision. And finally, dustbin. I am not going to take this forward, meaning avoid. This is a good tip for all of us on how to decide on various issues that come to us. We can do it, we can defer it, delegate it, or throw it in the dustbin. So avoidance is one tool of managing risk. Second is retention. Retention is like, I don't want to go for insurance. I will pay my damages myself. Why should I take insurance? I will save money. So if I am driving a car, there is a possibility that my car may meet with an accident. Every month, 100 reals I save. 100 reals I save every month. So instead of giving to the insurance company, I just save myself. What is the benefit in this? Is there any benefit in this or not? I save money. Is there any benefit? What is the benefit? Tell me. In savings, what is the benefit? This is one saving I am doing, money saving. Good, yeah. So this is my saving. I am not going to lose it. It's mine. So if the car doesn't meet with an accident, this becomes my asset. This is my asset. The insurance premium that you paid, is it your asset? What do you say? Is it your asset? Yeah, you are saying, but what is the difference between this and avoiding? Who will tell? Is there any difference or not? There is a difference between avoidance and saving. What is it? Who can answer this question? In the avoidance, what are we doing? In the avoidance, is any student going to answer the question? What is the difference between avoidance and retention? Risk loss money. I don't think so. You think there is no difference between avoidance and retention? There is a clear difference between avoidance and retention. What is it? Najla, tell me. Explain to them. One is not go to risk. Nora, good. One is not to go for risk. Yes, and retention is to go for the risk, but yes, to go for the risk, but we are doing our own insurance. We are not taking any insurance from other company. We are doing our own insurance by saving money. We are saving 100 reals every month, and we if there is any accident, we will pay from this savings, isn't it? So, we yeah, self insurance, exactly, this is self insurance, very nice word, self insurance. This is self insurance. So, instead of going for external insurance, I am doing my self insurance, and this is not just insurance. I was asking you that premium, is it an asset or not? Can you show it as an asset, premium? What do you say? What is your asset? Nora, Shema, both of them said yes. Premium that you paid to the company, is it an asset? No. Why no? Najla and Gaida says no. Why? Why is premium not an asset and this is an asset? Razan Talib says yes. This is something very basic. You must have studied in financial management. You pay to protect from future risk. This is, you have paid already. There is no return on this. It will not be returned to you. It is a premium. Yes, this is a liability. This is gone. It will not come back to us. So, we cannot show this as an asset, whereas the savings that we did every month to pay for losses, if it happens, this is our asset. This is with us. If required, we can use this money for some other purpose. Okay. So, these are two options. Third, transfer. Third option is transfer. That where here comes the transfer, passing the risk to an insurance company. Example, paying a monthly fee for an insurance policy and expecting the insurance company to protect our assets. So, that is it. These are the three options of insurance way of handling risk. Here comes the external insurance. This is self insurance, this is no insurance, this is external insurance. Clear? All of you are clear with this? Okay, very good. So, I think this is enough for today. We will continue in the next week and complete this chapter, insurance and forex. Try to read more and more, because if you discuss, because this is a very interesting topic, financial market, and if you read newspapers, and right now we are passing through a very critical situation, but it is also interesting to see the impacts or inventory on supply chain, anything. So, if you read more, you can add to the discussions, but I am happy that you are participating and it is very good. I am enjoying the teaching. So, we stop here. We will have a quiz. Okay, we will have a quiz this week on last chapter, money and bond market. Regarding the midterm, I will tell you in 2 to 3 days how are we going to have it. If you have any suggestion, you are welcome to suggest. In 2 to 3 days, think on it, what you feel is the best option for you, the easiest option for you. Tell me, if it is worth considering, I will use that. So, on the group you can suggest that you want the assignments, or no, we will not have midterm exam as such, but we have to divide the 25 points into several components like research, report, quizzes, everything will be there. So, it will not be 125 points, it will be divided into several. You think on it and suggest on the group what you feel should be the good components. I will consider it, inshallah, and we will try to make it as simple and easy for you as possible, so that you do not lose mark, and it is also just. So, I stop here. Thanks a lot. The recording is done. Both the recordings are done. So, I am going to stop it now. This is done, and okay.